Isn't it? Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to another mukbang video.
Welcome back. What are we having for lunch today?
Durian again.
Yeah.
We had this in our last mukbang, didn't we?
We did, but 'tis the season to eat durian.
It is.
And it was ripe today.
Yeah.
So that's what we're eating.
If you want to see how we cut one up, we're going to link our last mukbang video below.
Yes.
We're going to cut this up off camera and then come back.
All right, we're back.
That's done. It was a little harder to cut up than the last
Made
one.
a mess, didn't it?
There we go, look at that. So the last durian we had in the last mukbang was 2 kilograms. Wasn't enough food for us, so this is 3.6 kilogram. Hopefully it holds us over a little longer.
It's big.
Let us know in the comments down below, what are you guys eating?
Which one?
You never know.
There you go. I was just going to say, some of the meals that you guys share with us, oh my God, they are so good.
Yeah.
Beautiful food.
And I was going to say with durian, it's like Forrest Gump says in Forrest Gump. It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know, vegan chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get next.
That's
with durian.
right.
You know, you don't know whether it's going to be a good one. I mean, it smells beautiful.
Yep. Not as good as the last one.
Not as good as the last one, which wasn't as good as the one before it. It's really hit and miss, isn't it? But it's still a treat. It's a delicacy.
Oh yeah, let's have a bit more.
And each piece often tastes a little different as well. We found the center pieces often better than the ends.
Edges, ends, yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's
The
good.
creaminess is there.
The creaminess is there. That's the thing, it's like anything. Once you've had a really, really good one, it's hard to go back to anything less.
This is getting better.
It's a little messy again, isn't it?
Maybe not a first date
No, as
food.
we said in the last video. No.
All right, so on to today's topic. What are we talking about today?
Well, we received a tweet the other day about a video on Facebook that is really, really bizarre, very distressing, and we thought it was worth a response. So we're going to respond to that whilst we're eating, whilst you're eating. Basically, the video on Facebook is from Mike Moon, who is
A Missouri state representative, and he is proposing legislation that would essentially make abortion illegal in the state of Missouri.
Now, before you all ask, what is our position on abortion? Are we pro-life or pro-choice? We are not going to tell you where we stand on this issue because that's irrelevant. It's beside the point, and we don't want our position on it to turn people away potentially from listening to the broader issue of what we want to talk about, which is the fact that this man killed a live being, a chicken, on his video whilst trying to make a point about abortion. So we're here talking about it from the animal rights perspective, and we don't want our position on abortion to turn anybody potentially away from hearing our message.
Yeah, because someone's position on abortion and animal rights are not one and the same.
No. But we will link a very interesting video down below.
As in, they're two different issues.
Yeah. We will link a very interesting video down below from our friend Emily from Bite Size Vegan, who did make a video about abortion and veganism.
It was very in-depth, wasn't it? She did a lot of research, presenting information and facts and opinions from all different sides. Wow, yeah, really good
Have
video.
a watch.
Her ending line was very interesting,
Her
wasn't
ending line was, and that's definitely what we agree with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to give away the ending line?
No, let's people watch it. Okay, so we're not going to show you the Facebook video because it's very graphic, and I don't think this video is going to be classified as family friendly anyway, because heaven forbid you talk about abortion and real life issues on YouTube anymore.
Politics and religion. And
Oh
animal
my God, I
rights
missed
stuff.
my mouth. That was terrible.
We're really feeling the wrath of YouTube censorship to keep the advertisers happy at the moment, aren't we? It's stifling freedom of speech for sure. It is censorship to the highest degree.
It's incredible. So we're just going to show you some stills from the Facebook video, and we'll link it down below so you can watch the full thing for yourself. But basically, he is a chicken farmer as well as a, what did you call him?
Representative, so a politician.
Yeah. And he's got a chicken hanging upside down from a tree, and he chops its head off as he's talking about abortion, wanting to pass this new anti-abortion law, and then he's ripping her body apart as he goes more in depth to this proposed bill.
Yeah.
It's just
bizarre.
horrific.
It's bizarre. And we were thinking, it took us quite a while, and we're still not entirely sure.
No,
and we'll
we
get you
didn't.
guys to leave your comments down below. What was his point? Really?
He's talking about
being
pro-life.
pro-life.
While he's taking somebody's life.
Yeah.
He's killing someone, but
So-
talking about the importance of life.
That's
Who
right.
didn't get it?
No.
Was it shock value? I don't know.
Well,
It was weird.
when we listened to his words that he was saying as he was killing the chicken, it shed a little bit more light on what he might have been angling at. So basically he starts off by referring to the Bible, and he says, God gave man dominion over all life. And then he talks about how we, raise animals, take care of them, and then process them. I think that's what he says. To
Process them properly.
In order to sustain our lives. In the Bible, you could come up with various different references that talk about, plants being provided for human sustenance. But no need to go back and forth with all the different potential references. The main point is that the Bible doesn't mandate the eating of animals or
No
their secretions.
religious scriptures does.
No. So it's certainly not going against, the Christian God to be vegan, because or any God of any religion,
No.
because it's not mandated that you have to eat animals. So anyway, his point I think was, this is how I interpret it anyway. Let us know. So I'm taking this chicken's life in order to sustain human life. Okay, so that is how important human life is. God wants us to sustain our own lives, and therefore gave us dominion over the animals. And if that means, it does mean, in his eyes, killing them in order to sustain ourselves from their flesh,
Then that's okay.
So human life is essentially superior to all other life forms. And it's our God-given right to sustain our own lives, even if it involves taking other life forms. So you shouldn't be killing zygotes, which is the stage of the embryo development or what have you, at which an abortion takes place or what have you.
But it's just such a long bow to draw.
It is,
Like,
isn't it? Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And people were commenting under his Facebook video saying, this was really disgusting, this was shocking. And of course, the majority of these people aren't vegans, so the only positive that came out of this was that people actually saw slaughter and maybe kind of made a connection with, well, oh wow, I eat chicken. Is this what the animal has to go through? Yes, somebody has to slit her throat or chop her head off. But someone said, oh, this is so disgusting. And he said, if you think this is disgusting, imagine abortion. So I don't know if some of it was like, see how bad it is to kill, and this is what we're doing to human babies as well.
A potential another angle to his point.
Bizarre, really bizarre.
Very, very bizarre.
Very disturbing that he would take this animal's life to prove a point. But then again, he's a chicken farmer, so he sees nothing wrong with what he's doing and earning a living from slaughtering innocent beings.
And it's difficult to convince somebody of something when their paycheck depends on them not understanding it.
Yeah, exactly. So this made the news, of course, and where's the article? On CNN online, a lawmaker beheads a chicken on Facebook live to promote his anti-abortion bill. I mean, how insane is that headline? Like, think about what he did. It just gross.
So he's compared abortion to the Holocaust. This is extremely ironic coming from a chicken farmer, because the biggest Holocaust, which is simply, a killing of beings on a mass scale.
It doesn't say it has to be humans.
That's right.
Okay, it's non-human animals as well.
So the biggest Holocaust taking place on the earth is that of 56 billion land animals and 2.7, I think, or 3 trillion marine animals.
Which he's contributing to as a chicken farmer and as a consumer.
And as every person who's not vegan is also contributing to. So that is the biggest Holocaust taking place. So it'd be good if he could make that comparison.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to read the article a bit.
He's proposed an exhibit of abortion tools next to the slavery exhibit in his state's Capitol building.
The irony in this statement, I mean, if we were to do that, we should definitely then have the tools used by the animal agriculture industry used to mass slaughter billions of animals, as you said. They are the most horrific, disgusting tools. That should be there too. You know, this is the biggest violence on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Is the slaughter of animals.
Exactly. And the irony again in that chicken farmers and all people raising animals are slave owners themselves. The animals are slaves. They're nothing but mere commodities and means to an end, you know, financial gain most of the time. So he himself is a slave owner.
Yeah.
So it's
Using
incredibly
tools of
ironic
murder.
and hypocritical.
So in this live video, he rips the heart out of the chicken as he's announcing the latest abortion bill.
Well, and he's also saying
Get to the heart of the issue.
you
Oh
know.
my God.
That was
sicko.
talking about poor taste.
It was disgusting. Anyway.
Poor taste is actually putting it very mildly. It was sadistic.
Revolting. It did, yes.
Yeah.
Well, the primary purpose of supporting life, whilst I'm ripping out the heart of an innocent being that I've just chopped their head off, a bigger disconnect I don't think we could imagine.
And it all stems from his belief in that animals are put here for us.
Yeah,
And it reminds me of the Alice Walker quote. You know, animals were not created for us, for humans, any more than black people were for white people or women were for men.
Yeah.
You know, they have their own reason for being.
That's right. And their reason is to live their life the way they choose, just like all women have the right to live their life the way they choose. All humans have the right to live their life the way they choose. All beings have the right to live their life the way they choose and not be under the control of another. That is slavery.
Exactly. I mean,
It's
every being
just
is really, when it comes down to it, pretty much just seeking two things.
Yeah.
Seeking pleasure and pain avoidance.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
No one says, here, chop my head off, please, so you can prove a point about abortion. That no one's doing that.
No, they ain't signing up for that.
No, they're not. Okay, so then this is
you
actually
enjoying
getting
it?
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting better. Or we're just getting fired up. Food's tasting better. So this was on his Twitter. He says, some people seem to be freaking out over the chicken video. I wonder if they know what an abortion is. So that there makes me think that he was showing like, oh, again, if you think this killing a chicken's so bad, well, have you seen what happens in an abortion? Okay, shock value. But then he posts this Never Again Abortion History Museum. So he's taking that from Holocaust survivors, you know, Never Again.
The Jewish
the World War II Holocaust involved more than just Jews.
Correct.
And the irony
again,
are just
so ironic.
I mean, it's amazing. This guy's actually very close to making connection, but he's also so far from it.
Yeah.
The term Never Again, here is, we're not even going to try and rephrase it, we're just going to play the clip of a Holocaust survivor and how he interprets the words Never Again.
It is an eternal Treblinka. And then it finally dawned on me, never again is not about what others should not do to us. Never again means that we must never again perpetrate mass atrocities against other living beings. That we must never again raise animals for food or for any other form of exploitation. And that's when I became an activist for animal rights.
So we are so interested to hear what you guys think. Leave your comments down below, get a conversation going.
Oh, my goodness. Now, interestingly, the Young Turks YouTube channel also made a video about this. And
Anna, one of the hosts, she got quite riled up, didn't she?
She did. And it's good, you know, be passionate about the topic. I think it's excellent. And we just wanted to say that it was interesting to hear someone who she acknowledged, I'm not even, you know, I'm not vegetarian, let alone vegan. and yet she's speaking in defense of the animal. And she acknowledged her hypocrisy. And I think this is great. I think this is really important that she's airing this to her large audience.
And that she acknowledges that she's a hypocrite.
Now, the next step, Anna, is to make that connection and stop being a hypocrite, because acknowledging that you're a hypocrite doesn't dismiss the fact that you are a hypocrite and contributing to that violence.
That's like, say, I don't know, a rapist acknowledging, yes, I'm a rapist.
So I know it's
therefore
wrong,
that
but I just
morally
can't help
justifies me to do it. No, it doesn't work that way.
So
So if you've acknowledged a moral wrongdoing, the only way to right that is to stop that moral wrongdoing. So
correct the action.
And Anna has somebody who could influence her right there in the Young Turks, if I'm not mistaken, who is vegan and quite a passionate and vocal one.
Yeah, I mean, she's got all the information. She's made many videos, or the Young Turks have, that are more plant-based focused, so they've got the information. But
I do think she was not quite so much riled up over him taking the life of a chicken as she was Mike Moon's stance on abortion.
Yeah, you're completely right. It wasn't that. But she herself acknowledged that I'm being totally hypocritical here, also defending the life of the chicken whilst simultaneously eating, animals. So
I did find Anna's language very telling, though.
Yes.
She referred to a chicken as a living thing, or animals as living things. Now, we would never look at a human of any race, physical ability, ethnicity, religious background, whatever, and refer to them as a living thing.
Yeah.
And that's part of our speciesist mentality, where we as humans tend to see non-human animals as inferior to us.
Well, they're objects because that's our interaction with them.
Yeah.
It's a slice of ham.
Yeah.
Or a glass of milk. It's a thing. If there's no life in that.
A leather jacket.
Exactly.
Or a piece of entertainment at a zoo or a circus or a rodeo. So that's why she's using the language thing instead of being. It also helps to remain disconnected.
Yes.
Don't you? Because as soon as you acknowledge that it's a living being, just like yourself, oh, hang on a second, that's a little bit too similar, personal.
I've got to starts to be made.
I've got to remain the being, and
that
the animal has to keep remaining a thing in order for me to continue to perpetrate the violence against it. That is, paying somebody else to slit its throat.
Yeah. So it was very interesting to see this being discussed on social media. Sorry for the chicken and her brothers and sisters that will inevitably join her in having their head chopped off by this man and his business.
And let's be fair, Mike Moon is only in that business because consumers are demanding him to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
So
if we weren't buying the chicken, there'd be no reason for him to make money by chopping their heads off and serving them.
That's right.
It's as simple as that.
His summer job could be that of a durian farmer instead.
Now that would be an awesome job. You're going to go for it?
What?
Yeah, you know you do.
Again, guys, leave your comments down below.
Yeah.
Very important topic. We want to hear from you. Start that discussion.
And share this video. If you're having conversations or seeing this being spoken about on social media, share this to give some vegan perspective on it.
Yeah, if you enjoyed the discussion, give the video a like. It really helps us out. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Yes, and please make sure that you also ding the bell and check that box so that every time we upload a new video, you get a notification so you can come and watch it.
And remember, until next time, guys, that going vegan, it's not the most we can do.
It's the least we can do. See you next video.
Bye, guys.